towering skyscrapers piercing the sky, meticulously planned infrastructure stretching for miles, and brand new urban landscapes, but eerily devoid of life. These are the images that often come to mind when we hear the term China's ghost cities. Whispers of ambitious development projects gone awry, of empty metropolises standing as monuments to overzealous economic growth. But what is the reality behind these often viral images? Are these vast urban areas destined to remain empty shells, a testament to a speculative bubble gone bust? Or is there a more nuanced story to be told? One of long-term planning, evolving demographics, and the sheer scale of China's urbanization? From ambitious visions to vacant streets, we delve into the phenomenon of China's ghost cities. We'll explore their origins, the reasons behind their development, the challenges they face, and the crucial question, are they a sign of economic fragility? Or simply cities waiting to be born? Join us as we unravel the truth behind these enigmatic urban landscapes. To understand the emergence of so-called ghost cities, we must first grasp the sheer scale and speed of China's urbanization over the past few decades. Since the initiation of economic reforms in the late 1970s, China has undergone the most rapid and extensive urbanization in human history. Hundreds of millions of people have moved from rural areas to cities in search of better opportunities. Fueling unprecedented economic growth and transforming the nation's landscape, this massive migration has put immense pressure on existing urban infrastructure, particularly in the established Tier 1 cities. To accommodate this burgeoning population and drive further economic development, the Chinese government, at both the national and local levels, embarked on ambitious plans to develop new urban areas. These projects were often envisioned as modern, well-planned cities with advanced infrastructure designed to attract both residents and businesses. Several factors fueled this drive for new city development. Firstly, local governments often saw land development as a key driver of economic growth and a significant source of revenue through land sales. Secondly, these new areas were intended to alleviate overcrowding in existing megacities and to create new economic hubs in less developed regions. Thirdly, many of these projects were part of broader strategic plans to modernize the country's infrastructure and improve the quality of life for its citizens. The scale of these developments was often staggering. Entire new districts and even whole cities were planned and constructed in a matter of years. Vast tracts of land were cleared, and rows upon rows of high-rise apartment buildings, commercial centers, and civic infrastructure were erected at an astonishing pace. The ambition was clear: to create modern, efficient urban environments that would support China's continued economic ascent. Examples of these large-scale developments are numerous across China. Some were designed as extensions of existing cities, while others were conceived as entirely new urban centers in previously rural areas. The initial stages of these projects often involved significant investment in infrastructure, including roads, public transportation, utilities, and public spaces. The vision was grand, but the immediate occupancy often lagged behind the rapid pace of construction, leading to the emergence of the ghost city phenomena. The label ghost city is often applied to these newly developed urban areas characterized by high vacancy rates and a perceived lack of residents and businesses. While the imagery of empty cities can be striking, the reasons behind these low occupancy rates are complex and multifaceted. One significant factor is the oversupply of housing. In many cases, local governments and developers engaged in extensive construction, driven by land revenue and ambitious growth targets, sometimes exceeding the immediate demand for housing. This resulted in a large number of unoccupied apartments, often purchased as investment properties rather than for immediate habitation. Another contributing factor is the mismatch between supply and demand in terms of location and affordability. Some of these new areas were developed in locations that were not particularly attractive to potential residents due to a lack of established amenities, job opportunities, or convenient transportation links to existing urban centers. Additionally, the cost of apartments in these new developments, while sometimes lower than in Tier 1 cities, could still be prohibitive for many potential residents, particularly migrant workers. Speculation in the real estate market also played a significant role. The rapid appreciation of property values in China over the past few decades led many individuals and companies to purchase multiple properties as investments, often leaving them vacant in the hope of future price increases. This speculative activity further contributed to the high vacancy rates in these new urban areas. Furthermore, the timing of development and migration is crucial. Building a city takes time, and attracting a large population and a diverse range of businesses requires sustained effort. Many of these new areas are still in the early stages of development, and it may take years or even decades for their populations to grow and for them to become fully functional urban centers. Finally, governance and planning issues have also been cited as contributing factors. In some cases, local government planning may have been overly ambitious or not adequately aligned with the actual needs and preferences of potential residents and businesses. Inefficient allocation of resources and a lack of coordination between different government agencies could also hinder the development and occupancy of these new areas. The label Ghost City, while sensational, often masks a more intricate web of economic, social, and planning challenges. While the initial images of empty streets and vacant buildings can be concerning, it's important to recognize that the narrative surrounding China's ghost cities is not static. Many of these areas are evolving, and there are signs of increasing occupancy and economic activity over time. Several factors suggest that the future of these urban areas may be brighter than initial perceptions. Firstly, China's urbanization trend continues. Millions of people still migrate to cities each year, and as existing megacities become even more crowded and expensive, these newer urban areas offer a potentially more affordable and less congested alternative. Secondly, the government is actively working to attract residents and businesses to these new areas. This includes offering incentives for relocation, investing in improved infrastructure and amenities, and strategically developing industries and job opportunities within these cities. High-speed rail links, new educational institutions, and the development of specialized economic zones are all part of this effort. Thirdly, time is a crucial element. Building a thriving city is a long-term endeavor. Many successful urban centers around the world took decades, even centuries, to reach their current level of development. The new areas in China are still relatively young, and their growth trajectory should be viewed with a long-term perspective. Furthermore, the concept of a ghost city can be misleading. While some areas may have high vacancy rates in residential buildings, other parts of the same development may be thriving with commercial activity, government offices, and cultural institutions. It's a nuanced picture that often gets lost in simplified media portrayals. Examples of new urban areas in China that were initially labeled as ghost cities but have since seen significant population growth and economic development offer a more optimistic perspective. These success stories demonstrate that with sustained investment, strategic planning, and the continued flow of people, these once empty landscapes can indeed transform into vibrant urban centers. The key lies in adapting development strategies to the actual needs of the population and fostering a sustainable ecosystem of residents, businesses, and opportunities. So, are China's ghost cities a sign of a boom gone bust, or are they simply cities waiting to be born? The answer, it seems, is not a simple one. While the rapid and sometimes speculative development of new urban areas has undoubtedly led to challenges and temporary periods of low occupancy, the underlying drivers of China's urbanization remain strong. The long-term success of these new cities will depend on a multitude of factors, including continued economic growth, effective government policies, the ability to attract and retain residents and businesses, and a more balanced approach to real estate development. Some of these areas will likely mature into thriving urban centers, playing a crucial role in China's ongoing modernization. Others may face prolonged periods of underutilization or require significant adjustments to their development plans. The phenomenon of China-esque ghost cities serves as a fascinating case study in the complexities of rapid urbanization and the ambitious scale of China-esque development ambitions. It highlights the potential pitfalls of overzealous growth and the importance of aligning urban development with the actual needs of the people. Ultimately, the story of these empty metropolises is still being written. Whether they become bustling hubs or remain as cautionary tailies, they offer a unique window into the immense transformations shaping China and its place in the 21st century. Thank you for joining us as we explored this complex and evolving landscape. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of global trends and urban development.